Hey guys, so in this video I wanted to talk about PCOS. It's a condition that many women, I believe, are facing prior to being pregnant. For those who are not aware, I am pregnant currently, and prior to getting pregnant, I was told that I have PCOS. Of course, I believe I still have it, and I just wanted to talk about what I was told about PCOS, the whole process all the different things that affected me with PCOS, and everything that I went through and know about PCOS with you guys. So this is more of an informative vlog. So for starters, PCOS is Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, and it's a condition which a woman level of sex hormone, the estrogen and the progesterone, is out of balance, and it leads to the growth of ovarian cysts. Also, PCOS can affect a woman's menstrual cycle, fertility, cardiac function, and her appearance. Also, other symptoms I can tell you if you have PCOS are acne, weight gain, pelvic pain, depression, and infertility. So symptoms are acne, weight gain, pelvic pain, depression, and infertility, while it affects your menstrual cycle, your fertility, your cardiac function, and your appearance. PCOS is something that decreases the female sex hormone, and it is caused by it can cause you to have excessive weight gain. It can cause your voice to get deep. It can cause excessive hair growth on your face and your chest, all over your body. And basically those are some of the different aspects or the different things or symptoms of PCOS. It also affects there are so many different symptoms that you can tell if you have PCOS. For me, I believe weight gain was one, and I've always had like pain with my menses, so I could not tell by that. So I've always had pain with my menses, so that I don't know. But when I first discovered this, I was told that I have multiple cysts on my ovaries, and they're so tiny, and they were completely covered. They were completely covering my ovaries. That's what I was told by doctors, and I was told at that point as well that I would not be able to conceive even if I wanted to. And what age was I can't remember what age I was at the time, but I know I was probably in my mid-20s. It was probably mid-20s, yeah, probably it was. So also I believe your lifestyle as it relates to your diet can affect PCOS and can be a factor as to how PCOS affects you. Your diet is one. After I was told about that I had PCOS at that initial stage, I didn't really pay much more attention to it. I was drinking more herbal teas, to try and cleanse my body. But whatever I was taking at the time, I don't know if it had worked. Couple years, well, was it last year? Last year, I believe, was when I believe it probably had gotten worse, or I don't know what happened. But for 3 months, I saw my menses for 3 months, and I was scared. I was like, what is going on? I don't know what is going on. When I went to the doctors, they could not tell me anything. They couldn't tell me what was wrong, what was the cause of it. One doctor told me, "Oh, the cysts on my ovaries is not the reason why I'm bleeding so long, because the cysts are not bleeding. The cysts are liquid fluids, clear fluids, not blood, and that's not the reason why I'm bleeding." Then another one said to me that I am not producing eggs. She said that I'm not producing eggs, and she also went as far as to ask me if I wanted to have kids. And because she's saying that if I wanted to have kids, I would not be able to be fertile. I will not be able. There's no egg that will be able to get fertile. So if I wanted to have kids, they would have to do a procedure for me to have kids. Then on another visit, another doctor told me that okay, we're gonna do trials to see how we can stop the blood. So instead of, first of all, PCOS they don't know what is the cause of it. They don't have a cure for it. It can only be treated. So what they encourage you as it relates to treatment is to change your diet, change your whole lifestyle, like exercise, like try to eat healthy, try to watch what you eat, try to have a moderate weight on your body, like stuff like that. So there's no cure for it. You can only treat yourself as to how this affects you. So he wanted to try stuff to see how they could stop the bleeding, because now this is annoying. 3 months of bleeding is crazy. So this is getting annoying, and I'm getting tired of going back to the hospital. I have to be paying bills, and y'all can tell me why I'm bleeding, and this is at my expense. And y'all are not able to tell me what is wrong, and this is why I'm going to you guys, for you guys to tell me why I'm bleeding. So he asked me about IUD. Now this, when inserted, it's for 5 years. Now at the time, I believe I was probably 29, 30 or somewhere thereabout, and I recently got married, and I'm like, at this age I want to start my family, and this is what I'm thinking about, because I've always said that at 30 I want to be there where I'm starting my family. And he's telling me about IUD for 5 years. So I'm like, the IUD is not an option for me. Then before he asked me about the IUD, he said that there's a procedure that can be done where I think they would scrape, or I don't remember what they say they would do to my ovaries or my whatnot, and if they did that procedure, then I would not be able to have kids. Now, how as a doctor you're going to look at a 29, 30-year-old and tell her about doing a procedure that would not allow her to have kids, and she doesn't have any kids? Like, what kind of doctor are you? Like, really? Anyways, I told him that's not an option. No, that operation is not an option, and IUD is also not an option. So what else is there that can be an option? It's like, oh, well, we could give you birth control to try and stop the bleeding. I'm like, okay, let's try the birth control. Got the birth control. I bled through 1 whole month of birth control. Bleeding continued. Bleeding didn't stop. So at this point, I'm like, and by the way, I started to get these treatment for this in America. My first initial diagnosis was back home in Jamaica. So all these trial and error stuff, and all these people that are telling me stuff in America. So prior to that, so him telling me about birth control, so I bled, back for start to where I was. I bled through the whole month of the first packet of the birth control. 1 whole month of birth control, 1 more whole month of continuous bleeding. I called him and I said, listen, this is not working. I went back. The same doctor, he's going to tell me about the operation again. I said, this is not an option. It's not an option. So by this, they're all doing trial and errors basically, I would call it, say, experiment. They don't know crap of what they're doing. I was the one who had to suggest to this doctor. I had to suggest to this doctor, how about a higher dosage of birth control? And that is when he said, oh, yes, let me speak to the head doctor or whatever. And I was like, I was so annoyed. You have no idea how I felt that I have to be paying my bill and I am in this room telling the doctors what to give to me. You have no idea how annoying, and I was just like, this must be unbelievable. I came to you to get treatment. I didn't come to you to treat myself. Anyhow, he went to speak to whatever doctor, and then he came back and he's like, oh yes, we're gonna try a higher dosage. Of course, at this point, I wanted to strangle this man. Because how can I tell you how to treat me and then you're gonna send me a bill to pay you? So anyways, I tried the higher dosage, and after trying the higher dosage, it regulated my menses, and that is when I was on the higher dosage for about maybe 5 months, and my period started to return on a regular monthly 5 days basis. And then about the 6th month, I was supposed to go back. According to them, I should come back on the 6th month so they can get updates or they can see where I'm at or whatnot. So I told myself, I ain't going back to these people. After the 5 months, I'm not gonna take this birth control no more. So that's what I did. I stopped taking the birth control. So I said, okay, I'm gonna stop taking the birth control and I'm gonna see what happens. I wanted to see if I started to bleed like this again. I wanted to see if I would get pregnant. So I stopped taking the birth control. And I stopped taking the birth control November, December, January, February. And I got pregnant in February. So yes. They don't know what they're doing, but whatever the birth control did, I guess it probably stabilized whatever estrogen or progesterone, whatever is in that area that is off. What I guess by taking the birth control, it helped me to start producing eggs, because like I said, she told me I wasn't producing eggs and that the lining of my wall were very thick, and that is why I was bleeding so much for 3 months. Prior to me finding out that I had PCOS, I was taking birth control for years though. So if you are someone who have been taking birth control for years, I think that can also affect how your whole ovary system works, because after taking it for years and coming off it, you will think that after not taking it for a while you will be able to get pregnant, but no, it doesn't work. It can affect your whole system. So PCOS is something that affects many women in today's society. And again, also, prior to me getting pregnant, prior to me coming off the birth controls, when I came off the birth control, I decided that I was going to do a natural cleansing of my body as well. So that part I should have put in. I started to take a different kind of herbal. You guys might have seen my previous video before about flat tummy tea. I will link it somewhere below. I started to take flat tummy tea. It's a herbal tea that cleanses your body of toxins and all sorts of stuff like that. And I believe that was also a factor that helped, because your body getting rid of toxins is unclogging, because sometimes they say after certain intake of certain things your body is blocked. So I believe that helped to unclog or unblocked or whatever it did. So the herbal tea was very good. I also did a colon cleanse. This is where a procedure where they insert a little tube in your anus, and I want to think, I need to research. I'm not sure if it's water that they use or if there's something in the water, but I think it's water. I don't remember. I'll research that and I'll leave a little note in the description below. But fluid, they pour fluid into your intestines through your anus, and that helps to get rid of all the excessive waste that is in your intestines, and that is passed out. So while the fluid is going up, it takes a while for all of that to work, and it's passed out. So that is also a way of cleansing. I only did one of that. The doctor had recommended I did 3. I only did 1. I don't know, it's a bit, I wasn't used to all of that. I'm not gonna be so graphic and explain all that went on with that procedure, but if there's anyone who's interested about a colon cleanse and they want to know what I went through, y'all can tell me below and I'll do a video on it. But yeah, but it was really good. After I did that colon cleanse, I felt amazing. So the colon cleanse, then I started to take the flat tummy tea. It helped. It really helped. My body started to feel different. Normally I was really tired and feeling really sleepy and stuff, and I wasn't feeling like that no more. So it really helped. And then leading up to all of that, in February, that's when I discovered that I was actually pregnant. And I was amazed, because I was like, I've been told so many things, that you have PCOS, your ovaries are completely covered with cysts, you won't be able to get pregnant, and if you need to get pregnant, we're gonna have to do this or we're gonna have to do that. And holy and behold, God had a different plan. Also, I kind of changed my eating habit a little bit. Like, I kind of monitor what I eat, like, you know, less fatty stuff, less acidic stuff. I'm not a person that drinks water. I try to drink a little bit more than I used to. I'm not great on that, but have been blabbing for too long. But PCOS is something that you don't need to go crazy about. You can, I believe it can be treated the natural way. So if this was detailed, I hope this was detailed enough for you guys who are probably in similar situations that I am, or I hope it was informative. I hope I helped I would have helped someone by this video. So yes, and thank you guys for watching. And please, if you have PCOS and you're wanting to get pregnant, go take care of yourself. You can, it can happen, okay? It can happen. I'm 31 and I'm not pregnant, so it can happen. Ladies, we can do this, okay? Thanks for watching, guys.